Hello everyone. Welcome to the Boomi product video channel. Today, we are going to walk through how to collect TCP traces on macOS to help troubleshoot network-related issues. We'll begin by identifying which network interface macOS is using. These are the commands that I am going to use for capturing the dumps. Let's open a terminal and run the command ifconfig to see the network interfaces and list all available interfaces. Here, you can see multiple interfaces listed. Some are active, while others are inactive. We need to determine which one is currently being used for network communication. In this example, the interface named N0 shows as active, so this will be the primary interface we'll use for capturing the TCP packets. Now let's run the command sudo tcpdump in0s0w5 circa 1w tmp cap file for capturing the network traffic. We are collecting TCP data on interface N0. The option S0 captures the full packet. W5 keeps up to 5 capture files and rotates through them. Circa 1 sets a maximum size of 1 MB per file. You can increase this value to 5 or 10 MB depending on your testing requirements. The output files will be saved to the TMP directory with the prefix cap file. Once I run the command, macOS prompts for my password. After that, you'll see the message, listening on N0, which confirms the capture is active. Next, I'll reproduce the issue by triggering the connection from my test runtime. As expected, we can now see the error response. Once the issue is reproduced, I'll return to the terminal and stop the capture by pressing Ctrl+C. The summary shows how many packets were captured and confirms none were dropped. Now, let's list the command lslh tmp cap file * for generated files. You can see cap file 0 through cap file 4, which means we have a total of 5 capture files, the full rotation we configured. These files can now be copied, downloaded, and analyzed using tools like Wireshark. You can also use the command sudo tcpdump in0s0w5 circa 1w tmp cap file and to capture the TCP dumps. This will give you the PID in the output. Once you've reproduced the issue, you can kill the job using PID and see the files. Thank you for watching.